Yes, yes. Welcome back. This is the WRT Boxing Show. I'm your host, Mr. A, and today's show, we're talking about a highly loved topic around the world involved in boxing: belts. How many belts is there? Never enough. Because if you're a new viewer, right here on the WRT Boxing Show, we cover belts. Number 1 through 15, the Intercontinentals, that's what this show is about. The best versus the best. The lingo, best versus the best, is number 1 through 15 fighting each other, and the champions are champions. So when you hear the best fight the best on this show, we're talking 1 through 15. For example, Joshua is real good at fighting the best. He fights a lot of people in that mix. People say it's bullshit competition. Hey, what can you do when they're in the top 15? But anyway, as the title says, the WBC has got involved in Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Everyone says, WBC just trying to get a fucking sanctioning fee. That's all they're trying to do, Mr.A. Fuck WBC. Trying to get some more money. But in this instance, folks, I think this is a great idea. I'm glad that WBC has gotten involved in this fight. Now, the WBC is involving the diamond belt between Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia. Now, people who are not too familiar with I know we heard it through many matches. Oh, the diamond belt. What you might not be actually understanding is, even though Sean Porter is the champ, the diamond belt within the WBC rules, that's the most extreme, highest of all belts. The diamond belt is above Sean Porter. It could be put above Sean Porter. So at any point, if Ugas and Porter fight and say Ugas wins and WBC ain't happy, they could just evaluate, they could evaluate or put up, whatever the fucking word is, the winner of Spence and Mikey Garcia as a WBC champion. They could order the winner of Porter Ugas to fight the diamond belt winner between Garcia and Spence. That's why this is good. People are saying, like, fuck. We thought we were going to get Errol Spence and Sean Porter right away. They're in the ring. They were saying it's an easy fight to make. It is. But, within rules and regulations, it says right there, if you win a vacant title, your first fight got to be the mandatory. It says it right there. So as much as they were talking about Porter and Spence in the ring, talking about fighting, it's in black and white. It's in the writing. You win a vacant title, your next fight has to be the mandatory. So that fight, it was good talk, good camera TV, but just by black and white contract, that fight was never going to happen. Not Porter's next fight. Now, WBC's like, fuck, we want that fight. But how can we get Spence? Now, if Spence wins Mikey Garcia, he becomes the WBC Diamond Champion. The WBC can then mandate Spence versus Ugas/Porter. Someone's going to have to give up that belt. Either this is if Spence wins. If Spence wins, he's going to have to give up the diamond belt, or Porter Ugas is going to have to give up the regular belt. So that's why this is good that the WBC has gotten. It's good for all those who want to see Spence fight Porter. You should be clapping that the WBC has involved with the diamond belt. Now, I'm sure Mikey Garcia could win and just fuck everything up. But we're just saying, for all those who want Spence to fight Porter, who want to see that without any loopholes, if he gets that WBC diamond belt, it's mandated. There is no sanctioning, my mandatory for the IBF, and the WBC is making me do this. No. There's 2 WBC belts. And WBC says one of you guys either going to give up your belt or you're going to fight. The WRT Boxing Show. We talk belts. And we got another one coming up. I didn't want to combine 2 belts in here. Oh, we can. We'll do it real fast. The global belt. The WBO global belt. Now, it's another, again, you're like, fuck, another belt. What is this? It is it was formerly known as the WBO Transamericana belt. It's like Australia, New Zealand, stuff like that. Off in the Pacific, I believe. But it went from Transamericana, a transoceanic belt. That's what it was called. The WBO Transoceanic belt. It went from that title to global. And now what's the difference between global and world? It's gonna sound stupid because as I think, but it just doesn't make sense. Global and world to me is kind of the same thing. But the way they're treating the name global is just a little further. It's a little more global, while the world is the world. So the global, instead of the WBO Transoceanic, which is New Zealand, Australia, like I said, those little off in the water areas, other countries were like, well, bro, we don't have connection to the Pacific Ocean. Hungary, all those middle, Bolivia, Pulev country, all those countries are like, dude, we don't have connections to the Pacific. How are we going to get to be able to fight a New Zealand guy for a belt? How are we going to fight a Australian guy for a belt? How can we fight Jeff Horn for a WBO Oceanic belt if we don't qualify for the Pacific region? So, to help that out, the WBO has expanded the Transoceanic belt to the WBO Global. And the global belt is on display for Daniel Dubois versus Cojano. I believe that's his Cojano. So that's what the global belt is. If any of you guys are wondering what the fuck, another belt, right here on the Double RT Boxing Show, we talk it up, we clear it up. The WBC Diamond belt involved in Errol Spence. The WBO global belt, we know what it is now. Thank you for your time and support. The Double RT Boxing Show.